bedroom egress. So this was another one that after going through the inspection, I thought was really important to talk about because it's something that a lot of people probably aren't even thinking about, quite frankly. So talk to us a little bit about that and what that means, because people maybe don't even know what egress means.
It's a serious enough issue that it's required in many states. Vermont requires if you are a short-term rental, you have to meet International Building Code with egress. And so do some of the other states, Florida. You really need to pay attention to what it is. Egress means you're supposed to have 2 points of exit to your rental, but it also is addressing safety. It's so that a firefighter can get in. And I will tell you, as a firefighter, you wear an air pack on your back, you're suddenly taking up a mass. And so for egress, they require a 5.7 square foot open space in any window to get into or out of a short-term rental. And that's just so that they can come in and save a kid or save an adult, but it's also so the adult or kid can get out. And what's really important about these 5.7 square foot windows is that they have to be a certain number of height off the floor, at least within 40 inches of the floor, and that's so that the kids can climb out of the window. And a big problem in our industry, and I see it every day in inspections, huge problem, are people are putting kids in the basement. And they're putting the kids in the basement with these little transom windows that are the size of your computer screen that are not only more than 40 inches above the floor, but they're so small that nobody can get out of them. And then they put 6 bunk beds in there and expect that the kids are going to escape. And we've had several fires where kids couldn't escape from that. Parents are up on the 3rd floor. It's not legal. And let me tell you, just forget shutting your business down. Plan to move into a mud hole, because that's what's going to happen to you if an accident happens from something like that with egress in your rental property. If you have a bedroom that does not meet legal egress requirements, take it off until you make it that way. Couple of things you can do. Put in the right size window, put in a window that's at least 5.7 square feet. Even in a basement, to have a proper egress window installed in a basement where they come in and cut the concrete and they put a window well in, $6,000 or $7,000, match that against the income that you're going to make off of having that bedroom down there, and it's probably a very good investment to do. As an alternative, you can also put in, and they make a product now, they're basically closet sprinkler systems. They're a tank, anywhere from 100 to 250 gallons of water, and they have one sprinkler head on them. And they have their own little built-in pump. They're around $2,000 or $3,000. You have your plumber install it, and you just can easily carry it into your house, put it in a closet, and the head will stick out through the wall into the bedroom. And so if it doesn't have a proper egress window, from a life safety point of view, international code is satisfied that you've put in a sprinkler system to allow somebody to be able to get out of that room if there's a fire. So egress is extremely important, and you've got to understand that every sleeping area and bedroom has to have those 2 points of exit, one typically being the door, one being that window that's at least 5.7 square feet.
Great. Thank you so much, Justin. So those are the questions that I had for you today. Again, I will tell you guys, just being here, you're going to be in much better shape, but this is not the end of safety. So I highly recommend you guys do the certification that Justin's talking about, and he's going to leave links for that in the Facebook group. And then if you're really passionate about it and want to do a safety inspection, I encourage you to reach out to Justin for that. And he might be able to kind of work with you on that. So, go ahead.
The one thing I just want to quickly add, though, is don't take all the stuff that I've talked about and the accidents are happening as a reason to go, wait a minute, this is too risky. I don't want to rent my house. I'm not advocating for that at all. Every part of our lives have risk in it. Everybody takes on risk. Everybody, if you're a nurse, you got to make sure you mark the right leg that's going in for surgery. And if you're an auto mechanic, you got to make sure you tighten the bolts on the tires before the person rolls out of there. So these are just common things that you just need to address and do, and don't let it be something that makes you go, whoa, this is just too much. I don't want to do this anymore. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying everything has risks. Make sure you're addressing the risks so that people can go home. And as I like to often say, let them go home with good memories, not with Band-Aids.
I love that. I love that. And I also think that, since a lot of you are from the group, you can then help advocate as well, right? We can't answer all the questions, and Justin can't just live his life in our group. But, when you're in other groups and other forums, remind people that there are things that you can do, or there are a minimum amount of things that you should be doing. But I totally agree. We can't live our lives in fear, but we can implement best practices to help make a difference.